So let me get this straight. You are in your 30s and you want to take off by yourself and travel the world? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Solo travel is something I've done very extensively in my life. All throughout my 20s, I did numerous solo trips. I absolutely love solo travel, and now into my 30s, I've definitely still been into my solo travel. But some things have changed, you know, and things that change with time, and every decade brings new learning curves and new experiences and just new energy to it. One of the first things about solo travel in your 30s is that you are so much more self-aware. I mean, I feel like every decade that comes, we just know ourselves deeper and deeper, and there's something about, you know, getting into your 30s where suddenly you really know yourself, and it's crazy. I didn't expect it when I did enter my 30s, and as time progresses, it's just been amazing. Like, I love my 30s. They are amazing. I am totally more self-aware, so I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and that comes in handy when you're traveling, because instead of just like giving in to things that you don't want to do or you're not interested in, you're just like, no, you know what, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. So, you know, I'll say no to things and I'll make different choices and just do what serves my little soul. Being in your 30s, you're so much more grounded. You take a lot less crap from people, because let's be real here, solo travel is difficult. When you're a solo female traveling the world, people will try and take advantage of you, and that just comes with the territory. So you have to be strong. You have to be strong within yourself. You have to be able to stand up for yourself, and you have to be able to set your boundaries. So being so grounded in our 30s, it makes it so much easier to set those boundaries. You also have a much greater appreciation for life and experiences. Not that, you know, I didn't or we don't have that appreciation for life and experiences in our 20s. It just like shifts a lot. I mean, yeah, in my 20s, it's like, you know, you party a lot and you just want to like be in the crowd and be amongst it all. And then going into my 30s, like, I don't really want to go do things hungover. Whereas in my 20s, traveling the world, there's a lot of experiences and a lot of like different like excursions I went on where I was hungover, because yeah, there was like a lot of like party, lots of beverages being had. And now in my 30s, yeah, I prefer to be like, you know, feeling my best and really taking in experiences. So that's definitely changed. In your 30s, hostels is still definitely a thing. In your 40s, 50s, in any age, hostels are still a thing. But, you know, as we get older, we just kind of like change a little bit. So now I'll still do a dorm room every once in a while, but I'll do a smaller dorm room, maybe like 4 to 6 beds. So that would be like, I mean, 2 to 3 bunk beds, because any more than 6 people and I just like, I can't do it anymore. But, you know, 4 to 6 people, I'll definitely still give her a go, because sometimes I just want to meet people, and that's the easiest way to meet people. You know, go stay in a dorm room, you'll have immediate friends, and then it's great because, you know, you have people to hang out with, and, you know, it's just fun being social. The other thing, however, though, is even though, yeah, hostels are for any age, you're gonna find at a lot of hostels that everyone is in their early 20s. So suddenly you're like the old one in the group. And when people start finding out your age, they're like, whoa, you're old. However, that's also a benefit, because, you know, if you've like traveled the world extensively, or even say you're in your 30s, you haven't traveled yet, but you were in some job that wasn't fulfilling you, but you've been in it for years and you just decided that you've had enough and you're gonna go fulfill your dreams, so you drop everything to go travel the world. That also looks really cool to people. So a lot of like the people you're hanging out with when they're in their early 20s, they hear your story and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to be just like you when I'm your age. And I'm like, trust me, it's gonna come faster than you think, but definitely very flattering to hear. And the thing about solo traveling in your 30s is that you really value your own time a lot more as well. So one of the biggest fears of getting out there solo traveling is being solo, is being alone all the time. And I can tell you from my experience of traveling the world that there's a lot of times where you're always with people and all you want is to be alone. You actually have to physically make it happen that you're alone, because if you're staying in hostels, you're always meeting new people. You know, when you're alone, you're just so much more approachable, so it's so much easier to meet people, even if you're not staying in a hostel. I just always end up making friends, and then suddenly you have a new friend, which is phenomenal, and I love it. But I also love my me time, and I value it more and more as I get older. So you literally have to sometimes make alone time happen, and like make it a point to get an Airbnb or just get something private so that you can have that alone time, because for me, when I'm alone, that is when I recharge. So I recharge so that I can be like social butterfly, get out there and make new friends, but I definitely need that alone time. The other thing is you will be pushed out of your comfort zone. It is going to get uncomfortable, but that is great because getting uncomfortable means growth, and growth means always reaching new potential and staying young. You know, young at heart, young in your mind, also helps you stay younger physically. It's amazing getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Plus, every decade brings new growth and an ebb and flow in life, so there's always so much more self-discovery to happen on a different level. And no matter how much I travel solo, or you know, how many adventures I go on, I always learn so many new things about myself, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that. That is amazing. As we're in our 30s, we also get a bigger appreciation for freedom, and there is nothing more freeing than taking a solo trip somewhere in the world. I don't know, wherever your heart is calling you to go. It's just that freedom. And you will definitely come across those people that are like, you're in your 30s and you're not married with kids yet? Like, you know you're getting old, right? And I'm like, what? Like, I did not know there's an expiration on like finding love and getting married. Yeah, maybe there's an expiration on how long you can have kids for. However, I can always adopt, but that's not even the thing. I'm not gonna settle and not fulfill my dreams. I would rather wait for my love to come into my life that, you know, when they come, I know that's the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. You know what, you do you do what sets your soul on fire. Don't let society tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Follow your soul, whatever lights it on fire, because you know, you gotta make the most out of this life that you're given and do what truly makes you happy. Plus, you learn so much more from traveling the world and getting out there than you do from sitting at home and reading a book. However, I would say, bring a book when you travel, because then you get the best of both worlds. Anyway, in any case, solo female travel just really opens up a whole new world and really helps us get to know ourselves deeper, and yeah, helps us grow and become the best versions of ourselves. Because no matter what you do in life, if you've shown up for yourself first, and if you become whole in yourself and gotten to know yourself, you have so much more to give when that comes to anything, when that comes to business, family, kids, whatever. When you're whole and you've really taken that time to nurture yourself and get to know yourself and light that soul on fire, you're just gonna show up like the most incredible person ever. Tell me about some of your best solo travel experiences. I would love to hear it, or tell me what your biggest fears are of solo travel. I'd also love to hear that in the comments below. And before you go, please do give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and that little bell to make sure you're notified every time I post a video. We'll see you soon, guys.